Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
What?
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was close. Mara! Oh
no! Oh my god, are you okay?
Mara, what channel is the stream on?
Mine!
You rampant slag.
I also have this clip that I added during yours and Disparu's stream.
What?
That's what I felt watching this stream.
Yeah. That's how I felt today, man. Oh my god. I was getting so frustrated with myself. Like, I was seriously just thinking, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with me?
Like, this Bruce said he had to like lie in a dark room with an ice pack, and I was like, I can re-examine his life choices right now. And anyway, Pat, we don't exactly have necessarily a lot to talk about. You know, I'm pretty sure like we'll be more have plenty to talk about once like the final Fantastic Four movie drops this Friday, the 25th. But I have a lot of tabs open because we're going to be talking about a little bit about the box office numbers for Superman. Because if you like the movie, okay, first off, okay, I see the chat. Touch there. I will.
Oh, you got that shirt.
Yes. So yes,
I totally forgot which shirt I was supposed to buy. Oh yeah, hey one.
Yeah, the hey is my spirit animal. So
That's right.
I have like at least one more Stitch shirt coming. Because one came over the weekend that said people need to stop expecting normal from me. It's not never going to happen. But there it is. Anyway, we gotta talk about the numbers because if you like the new Superman movie, more power to you. I am not going to judge your taste in movies. I will admit, however, I will judge how you could like the movie. Kind of. I will wonder why, how you can judge the movie, but I'm not going to lose sleep over the fact that you do like the movie, pretty much. However, people are celebrating that it finally crossed $400 million. But the thing is, that includes both the domestic and the international box office.
Yep.
Whereas, and I'm going to show because I have like tabs open, because I have like quite a bit of tabs open. I was telling Trey this, if you were to take the entire domestic box office run of Man of Steel in 2013 and calculate for inflation, just the domestic box office alone raked in a little over $400 million. Just the domestic box office alone for Man of Steel. If you add the over 522 million at the international box office for inflation, Superman almost Man of Steel would have nearly made $930 million for its entire box office run in today's numbers.
I rewatched I didn't rewatch Man of Steel. I rewatched The Batman.
So, but I'm going to show. I don't know the image I have.
It's those numbers are interesting. A lot of people are celebrating, I want to say prematurely, and they're really taking what?
Yeah, they're already saying before even the official 400 million number came out, they were celebrating the 337 million box office total as a major success. And I'm like, in what reality is that a major success?
Right. And I was talking about this the other day because everybody's saying like, oh my gosh, it's great, it's a success. And you know what? James Gunn says that it doesn't even need to reach what did he say, 700 million or something like that in order to be a success. He says it's a success, so we're going to take it as a success. And it's like, no, actually, no, we're not going to do that. What's interesting about this particular movie is people are writing so hard for it that they're celebrating it as a success when, It's not. You treat it as any other movie that comes out, any other superhero movie that comes out. I guarantee you people aren't going to be giving a Fantastic Four the benefit of the doubt and be like, oh, well, we're starting a whole new phase of Marvel, so it doesn't need to be a success. It's just launching this whole new phase and we're moving forward. Nobody's going to give that movie the benefit of the doubt like this Superman movie because people are riding so hard for it. Nobody's going to do that for I think, oh my gosh, was it Tom? I think it was Tom last night. Said like, well, that's Disney. People have always like shilled for Disney. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? We go even harder on Disney movies. So I think that like people forgiving so much and not going super hard on the Superman movie like really speaks volumes to what is wrong. Like, why are you what is wrong with like these superhero movies? You know, people are tired of it. A lot of people didn't like it, and people are like, no, word of mouth is good. Word of mouth is really, really good.
Oh, we're going to show the numbers
because
word of mouth was good,
and you have to ask like why.
Well, I'm saying like word of mouth was good because the international box office normally, like in a normal world, the international box office typically is greater than the domestic box office, basically. And I'll show like, the Jurassic World, because Jurassic World Rebirth came out like a week before Superman. So I'll be showing those numbers basically and how
that movie is actually doing really well.
Yeah, and that movie is still doing relatively well. Yeah, there's like a drop off because it's in its third week, but that's to be expected pretty much at this point because it's kind of nearing the end, like close to the end of its like what would be its box office run. However, the international numbers are greater than the domestic numbers. Right, and it's still relatively holding strong. China had like over 60 million box office, and compared to it not even breaking 10 million for Superman in China's box office. So that's kind of like a little bit thing. But I'm gonna go over the numbers to show you. Hey, yeah, it's like it does need to break, because people were finding out through the Ohio tax documents that the actual budget. Yeah, I know. Like,
I just realized I'm sitting on top of your boobs.
Yeah, I know. And you're putting your finger like right in between.
I am putting it like, ooh,
oh, like okay. I lost my train of thought because I just see like Steph just like just fondling my boobs there. You know what? Fine. Fuck it. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But we're going to be talking about the those numbers because you kind of the numbers I was going to talk about is like people have like found they've been posting this image and the fact that actually the budget for Superman is actually speculated to be like $363 million, and that's just like the production budget. It's not including marketing because the marketing is you believe to be like $200 million.
I thought it was like 150 or something like
that. Well,
that.
that's like the low end, but people are saying it's actually possibly closer to 200 million. Some people are saying possibly even higher than 250. But even if we take like the 200 million, like in between the low and the high speculation to the 363 million roughly, that's 563 million. It would need to make 1.1 billion to break even with the 2.5 rule.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not good with box office numbers, and I don't really get into it too much.
Well, that's like the general rule. Basically, you take the production budget, you take the marketing, add those two together, and times it by 2.5, and that's the total a movie needs to reach just to break even with the 50-50 split between studios and theaters, basically, to get its money back. But there it is, and we have let's see. Did you see like Mortal Kombat 2 trailer stuff? Mortal Kombat 2 movies coming out.
I haven't watched the trailer, but I've seen people commenting on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I haven't watched the trailer. I watched the Tron trailer for the first time today.
I haven't watched that one yet because I have like no
that one looks good.
Okay, I'm going to watch it because I've like kind of like checked out of the Tron franchise, but
I've liked all of the Tron movies that have come out so far.
Let's see. I have so many tabs open. The Zelda casting, which is like, made certain people on social media because the Nintendo and was it Sony, like who doing it basically, but like, they have the audacity to cast an actual biological woman to play Zelda and not the rumored Hunter Schafer, which basically was nothing more than fan casting. It was just a rumor. It wasn't really even remotely considered by Nintendo and the movie studio, but people are like upset about that.
I have
Yeah.
some
And
I have some Marvel articles that I kind of want to go over.
yeah, like well,
as
I mean, just
well.
like close some of this. So I'm gonna close some of these tabs because I was like looking at like the Man of Steel numbers and things like that. So I'm gonna close some of them to kind of like make sure I don't. All right, do I have Zelda? Because people are like already. So, but anyway, yeah, there's some Marvel stuff. I know you had that video of James Gunn saying it's real, like the bastardization, the ruination of Jor-El's character.
Oh,
is
yeah.
real. But yeah, so I'm gonna say hello to the chat, and we'll go into these news articles, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, Trey. A lot of cope about Superman. Yeah, there's a lot of cope. They're coping hard over that movie. Anthony, good to see you. We kind of like can't not talk about the Superman news just because, like I said, I was going to pay attention to the second week box office, and that generally tells you if the movie has legs or not. And it did not have legs. It had like a 70% drop off from Friday to Friday, which is greater than the drop off for Jurassic World. Jurassic World had like a 56% drop off or something like that, Friday to Friday. I think or like 60, actually I think it's more like in the low 60s. So Superman had a bigger drop off than Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh my gosh, breaking news. Disper's gonna be so excited. Ellen DeGeneres confirmed she moved to the UK to escape Donald Trump's presidency, and she's never coming back. She added, "America is scary for people to be who they are."
Sorry, just brew,
Keep
but
her.
we're not taking her
Keep
back.
her.
You got her. Keep her. You got to keep her.
She's the UK problem now.
No take backsies. She's your problem now.
She's your problem now. Well done. Celebrating.
Yeah.
Her fucking face in that.
I'm sure everyone's so sad. I'm sure everyone is so sad. Anyway. Gravy, hello. Daniel, what is up? Cappy Nova, good to see you. Brandon, Black Dragon Blair, good to see you. Conroy, sorry about your head hurting, but hope you feel better. Phil, what is up? Oops, my mouse just jumped on me. Last toxic male. Muff always tastes better than a succulent Chinese meal, and that'll be clipped, and more power to you if that's what you feel. Mike Hill, what is up? Good to see you. Soul Assassin, hello. Trying not to let my chat jump on me. Wiley Dave, hello. That's not my bot. That's Steph's bot. Steph is in the bot. I'm the one looking at her from the top of the stairs as she's falling down. I've never felt more like that clip than today. I'm assuming that's the Hey Hey clip, pretty much.
Oh my gosh.
This one here.
Today was probably one of the most frustrating days ever of like gaming with Disparu. The most frustrating day ever.
You found that game, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
I found it. I saw it because I was looking at Steam and looking at the games, and I found that game, and I was like, "Hey, look, this looks cool."
Little did you know.
I was so frustrated.
Hey, Sonic Jaded. Yeah, it was a struggle. It looked like a struggle because those game mechanics did not look like they were friendly to anyone using it. No. Hello, Tara. Good to see you. So, boop. How would you rank Superman 25 to Superman 3 and Superman Quest for Peace? I would watch Superman 3 and Superman Quest for Peace before I would watch Superman 25 again. 3 and 4 are objectively bad. I am not going to dispute that. However, in their badness, they can be subjectively fun to watch. And, without needing alcohol and hard drugs to get through it. I watched Superman 25. I, for the life of me, cannot remember that movie. I can remember like parts of it here and there, but I couldn't tell you. Superman 25. I could not tell you. Like, I could not explain to you the entire movie. It is gone from my mind. That's how forgettable that movie is to me. Because it felt more like a Mr. Terrific movie with Superman co-starring half the time. Speaking of Mr. Terrific, there's going to be more Mr. Terrific moving forward, according to, I think, James Gunn, and we'll go over that. So if you like that character in the
he's
Mr. Terrific
his own
movie,
TV show or something.
masquerading as a Superman one, you'll be excited.
Hold on. I had something that I wanted to share with you, Mara.
Oh yeah, Man of Steel views. Even the Man of Steel views. People watching Man of Steel went up because of Superman 25. People were like walked out of Superman 20, seeing Superman 25, and going to watch Man of Steel because that feels. No matter how you like you can dispute it all you want, but that's more of a Superman movie than this James Gunn version. And I'll be going over these numbers, Tara. I'll be showing those numbers. So yeah, Psychotic Mongoose, hello. And thank you for the being a member for 3 months. Very much appreciated. $10 super chat from Mike Hill. Thank you so much. Kevin Feige explains Blade was delayed because, quote, we didn't want to simply put a leather outfit on Mahershala Ali and have him start killing vampires.
Yeah, I have a bunch of Blade stuff.
Yeah, but I thought that was the purpose of Blade. It pretty much is. Mm-hmm. He is like he was one of the simplest characters in Marvel, and I don't mean that to be mean or anything like that. He's basically just his centralness to his character is he's a vampire hunter. He's a daywalker, so he has like their powers and the weakness to blood, but he kills vampires, and he does it very coolly because he dresses in leather and he kills them with swords and things like that. That is the fucking Blade character. That is the purpose. That's what people would want to see.
Speaking of Blade, Mahershala Ali was announced as Blade 6 years ago today. He still hasn't appeared in live action as the character.
You know what's also sad about that? We had the original Blade back in Deadpool and Wolverine before we got Mahershala Ali. They brought
him out at Comic-Con too. They had a whole Blade panel announcing this man as Blade, and it never happened.
Wesley Snipes came back as Blade before Mahershala Ali had his movie. Mm-hmm. I love Wesley Snipes, but that is sad.
That's very sad. But there's a lot of what's his name? Kevin Feige commented on all of this Blade stuff. Let me find the quotes, and then I'll.
Oh. I don't think she meant to leave the studio. And why does it do that? When she comes back, pops back in, ladies and gentlemen, I will I don't know what happened. I will add her back. I didn't touch anything. My mouse is over here on the comments. She's yeeted herself. So when she comes back, we're going to. Of course, Last Talks Meow focuses on that. Yes, you see the top of my shirt. Anyway, James Gunn needs to go away. Yeah, he does. And before she comes back, once I get through the chat, if it's before she gets through, I get through the chat, or before she comes back, I will show you the graph I found with the box office numbers for the DC slate of movies, beginning with the Snyderverse movies. Pretty much. If I miss anyone, I do apologize. No comment about, I'm sure there'll be a comment. Shout out to Bald Jade. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about that. I'm not sold. Like, see, Carl Urban, like maybe 15 to 20 years ago, roughly, as Johnny Cage, I think could have worked. Because Johnny Cage is not that old. He's like, what, late 20s to early 30s, roughly. He's basically like a ham. Like, he's not a has-been. He's not over the hill or anything like that. He's not a has-been. He's just not good. But he has this inflated opinion about himself. And that's like part of his character. But because I cannot believe the woman they got to play Sonya Blade is only 37 this year. She looks older. But even then, she's too old, in my opinion, as Sonya Blade. Like Sonya Blade should be in her 20s as well. Like, you know, like mid to late 20s, roughly. Sonya Blade is also not old. Liu Kang should be older than both of those characters. I think Liu Kang is the oldest of those three, like, you know, Trinity characters. Same with Kung Lao. You had Donnie Yen, like Trey pointed out. So you had Donnie Yen right fucking there as for Kung Lao. You yeeted yourself, didn't you?
No. Now let me finish reading this. Let me find it where it was. I didn't eat. I didn't.
Zelda should be animated. You know, we'll see. Final super chat from Mike Noss. Thank you so much. I've been watching some DC's animated movies that run for about an hour to an hour and a half. Somehow they just work better than the 2 to 3 hour big budget films, because basically when you see the time of a movie doesn't necessarily need to be a detriment, because, for example, one of my favorite movies is like an Indian film called 3 Idiots. And it's like 4.5 hours long, but it doesn't feel like 4.5 hours, because like you love the characters, the story feels streamlined. Yeah, there's back and forth of flashbacks and things like that, but like they maybe get invested within the story that it doesn't feel like 4.5 hours. But that's like good storytelling. Same with the Lord of the Rings movies. You know, like whatever criticisms I have about those movies compared to the books is neither here nor there at this point. You get invested in the storytelling. For some reason, but like, you know, for some reason, when these DC movies, these Marvel movies tend to go to the 2 to 3 hour length of film, they become so bloated because they're trying to throw everything in but the proverbial kitchen sink at that point, when they don't understand about the whole concept of keeping it simple. One plot. Do you not need all these subplots to set up shit that may or may not happen within the Marvel or DC universe. Just focus on one plot, get it streamlined, point A to point Z, and you'll get people invested. All right? But for some reason, Warner Brothers and Marvel can't seem to learn that little lesson, and they need to set up all these little Easter eggs within the movies that, and if we're going to be honest, have led to jack shit. Or if they've led to anything, it has been shit. But they don't even understand that. I had not looked at the numbers everyone was saying Superman held well. We'll be going into that. Hello, Patrick. Good to see you. Okay, what is up so far for summer entertainment in my area? The mini kart racetracks have replaced theaters. I believe it. Hertz Donut, hello.
I found it in the article.
I found it. Mm-hmm.
I found it. All right. So Kevin Feige hosted a sit down. He hosted a sit down and talked about his 7-year plan for Marvel. And down here he talked about Blade. Let me find it.
You know, I love that they had like these 5 to 7 year plans. The Soviet Union had the 5-year plans as well that lasted for like decades. So without amounting to anything. So that always seems to fucking work.
Did I share the wrong thing? Hold on, I think I shared the wrong thing. I'm
King
all over the
Squibs,
place.
hello?
I did. I shared the wrong thing. Here it is. I shared the wrong article.
Let me just like make sure I say hello. You know, make sure I don't miss anyone.
Boop. Here it is.
How much of the box office impact is that tickets are over $9? I'm saying like, yeah, you have to adjust for inflation. So people are going, oh, it beat Man of Steel. And I'm like, yeah, but if you adjust for inflation, Man of Steel is crushed Superman 2025.
I have 6 tabs of Marvel stuff open, so I shared the wrong one. But yeah, Kevin Feige sat down and hosted a sit down with the press at Marvel's Burbank HQ, gesturing toward a series of locked doors in the meeting room. It's a 7-year plan, and I think it goes to 2032. And down here, he talked about Blade. He said, speaking of Blade, despite being taken off the calendar, the project remains in development with 2-time Oscar winner Mahershala Ali still attached. The movie with the actor was announced in 2019 in Hall H. Feige revealed on Friday that while there were 4 versions of Blade in the works, 2 of them, period, with one of them set in the 1930s, we landed on modern day, and that's what we're focusing on.
Oh, if they ever get there.
If they ever get there, yeah. Blade, after the exit of 2 filmmakers, and these 2 filmmakers, I don't know how to say their names. He said we didn't want to put a leather outfit on Ollie and have him start killing vampires.
Then what's the point of making a
Blade?
Literally
all Blade is.
Yeah, it's pretty much like there can be depth to the character, but really at his core is he puts on leather pants, tank top, leather jacket, swords, guns, things like that, and he goes on and kills vampires. That's the core of his character. I have no idea how else to explain him. He kills vampires.
You can start and have a good script and make it a great script through production, but we didn't feel confident we could do that on Blade. We didn't want to do that to Mahershala and didn't want to do that to us. So now, in the wake of Sinners, one reporter wondered whether Ryan Coogler would get to crack the directing Blade. But there's no plans, though. The next phase, and he talked about the next phase. The next phase of the MCU are fewer, higher quality movies, numbering anywhere from 1 to 3 movies annually with less connectivity between the films and TV shows. So there's
it could be the fact that Marvel has lost money in recent years is why they're paring back the number of projects they do. Couldn't be that. No, they're going to focus on quality now.
And I think they're also talking about like lowering the budgets as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what he had to say about Blade.
Anyway, I'd have to rewatch Superman Doomsday. I've always been more into Batman. That's why I had to rewatch it, but I would say yeah. But yeah, I'm saying like that's the main character. I'm saying like I'd have to rewatch it because it's been a while, but I would say yeah. Just out just from what I can remember.
I think like last year I did a whole just binge of DCAU.
Like if I miss anyone, do apologize.
It's a great week.
Okay, yeah. Focus this. Yeah, they love this part of my shirts. I did not kick her. I did not touch her image. I was over there on the chat.
And she kicked me. It was Mara.
We'll just say it was like, to get back at you for saying I was a lesbian when I wasn't there on Talk Nerdy. That's what people were saying. They were throwing you under the bus left and right.
No, you guys weren't supposed to say anything.
They were throwing you under the bus left and right. As soon as I popped into the chat, they were like, "You didn't know she called you a lesbian." And like, as soon as I popped in the chat, they were like, "She called you a lesbian."
The entire chat pinky swore. You guys broke your pinky swear.
I was like immediately, Mara's here.
Mara's not a lesbian.
Anyway, here I'm gonna show you this image real fast first before we go into the numbers. I changed StreamYard. Okay, I had this graph here that I found, which I found.
Soul says, "Don't ruin the chat's hopes and dreams of Mara being a lesbian."
Anyway, I found this graph because people were pointing certain things out, and I'm not here to argue whether or not the Snyder movies are good. That's entirely subjective, but numbers are entirely objective, basically. And this person broke it down into the Snyder films to include, yes, Justice League, because Joss Whedon came in and monkeyed around with Snyder's Justice League movie. So technically that does fall under Snyder. And Aquaman would have been connected to like the original version of Aquaman would have been connected to Snyder's version of Justice League, but James Wan, to his defense, had to scramble with reshoots to fit the tone established by Justice League. All right, so technically Aquaman would still fall within the Snyderverse of movies. But following Aquaman, you have the Hamada era, and then you have the Gunn Safran era. And I'm saying you just can't argue with box office numbers. And those box office numbers are not even adjusted for inflation during the Snyder era. I mean, Aquaman alone made almost $1.2 billion. And yes, thirsty women helped with that. I'm not going to deny that. Now, Shazam was a relatively decent movie. It wasn't great, but it was decent.
I loved Shazam.
I know. I'm saying it's like it's like I'd say that was like close to the Snyder. It's like so close to the Snyder
The only thing I didn't like about Shazam was his costume. That was it.
Well, I'm saying like it's like that was like it was so close to the Snyderverse that it was decent. Like it was like it was entertaining. It was compared to like
I want to say that
shit and Wonder Woman
Shazam was kind of connected to the Snyderverse.
Yeah, I'm saying like
they had didn't they have Henry Cavill's like Superman stand-in at the end of
you don't see his face. You don't see his face, but that's Henry Cavill's Superman that comes in because Shazam helps out his friend basically. Like Billy Batson helps out his friends, and he knows Superman, and like Cavill Superman comes in, so it's like right there at the cusp of the Snyderverse Hamada era. So it's still a decent movie. But then like you see like the drop off. Got Birds of Shit, Wonder Woman 1984. This is the Gunn Suicide Squad before Gunn like officially took over. Shazam 2 or Black Adam. And I think Black Adam really made money. I think Black Adam really only made money because of the prospect of like they kind of like pimped out that Cavill Superman was going to be in the movie, like kind of like baited people. That was the assumption. I think that's probably the reason why Black Adam made money because the movie itself was not that good. Then
is that the Suicide Squad before Black Adam?
I believe so. Yeah, it's like Dying to Save the World, and I think that's the Suicide Squad movie.
Oh wow.
Then Shazam 2. Does anybody remember that? I don't.
That has Rachel Zegler.
I gotta look at the image on the other screen. This
she
is
took the job because
the Flash.
She needed money.
This is the Flash. Blue Beetle. And then Aquaman 2. So this is like the Gunn Safran era, last the 4 movies prior to Superman 25, Hamada era, which includes the cusp with Shazam to the Snyder era. And I'm saying like the numbers don't lie.
Right. Someone in the chat said like to be fair, the Snyder movies came out at the height of the superhero fad. I will 100% agree with that because, people were really getting into all of the superhero movies. Marvel was doing really well. And then DC was reestablishing itself after that crazy Batman and Robin movie came out. So like DC hadn't really put out much since then. And then like that really, I don't know. It is a bad Superman movie, but I went back and watched it. The Superman Returns one.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as bad as like I guess I remember it being, but like it was fine. Compared to stuff now, it's fine. But yeah, this was at like the height of it. DC was reestablishing itself, casting new superheroes and getting people rehyped to see all of these characters on screen. So I could see why like this first Snyder era did so well. Because of that, especially like, and word of mouth was really good, and people were so hyped for Batman versus Superman as well. Like the hype at Comic-Con surrounding that movie was insane. So the only one that I was actually surprised at how well Aquaman did because that came out of nowhere. I didn't expect it to do as well as it did. I was like, there's no way an Aquaman movie is going to do well. Like, I didn't think it was going to reach $1 billion. The only
that's like
movie to reach $1 billion.
There's a bunch of thirsty women wanting to see shirtless Momoa.
I was just like, wow, okay. Whoop.
See, I'm not disputing that. I'm not disputing that because that was at the height of the superhero craze, but you see that drastic drop off and post Shazam, like those movies, that's where Warner Brothers tried playing catch up with Marvel and trying to emulate Marvel's tone within the DC universe. I think Warner Brothers could have maintained if they'd maintained not necessarily the Snyder version, but at least the proper tone within DC movies. I don't think there would have been as drastic of a drop as we see now. Basically, Warner Brothers does not understand the DC property. They wanted their own superhero universe because Disney had Marvel. So the other big one is DC, which Warner Brothers acquired, and they started listening to people saying that they wished it was more like the DC movies were more like the Marvel movies, and this is what we got.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we got. I'm not disputing the height, like say the height of like the superhero craze, but I don't think there would have been a drastic as drop off as what we're seeing in this graph if Warner Brothers had stayed true to what DC is, because DC is not Marvel.
Well, that kind of failed with BVS, because even after Man of Steel came out, there was a whole load of movies that were supposed to come out before Justice League, like before BVS, but Warner Brothers was fast tracking it in order for DC to catch up with Marvel. So a lot of this stuff was fast tracked, and that's why it was reshot, changed, and all of that to be more in tune with like the Marvel stuff, because that's what Warner Brothers thought that they wanted.
Oh yeah, like it fast tracked here, but it still almost made $900 million, and that's not even adjusted for inflation. So I'm just saying, like,
well, there was a lot of hype. Batman versus Superman. Ben Affleck is the brand new Batman, and people wanted to see more of Ben Affleck's Batman, which kind of
I'm saying, like, there was like, despite it being fast tracked a little bit at that point, there was still hype because he still had Snyder in control. Again, say what you will about him, I'm not here to like talk about subjective feelings towards the man. But when he was still like, Ayer's Suicide Squad, that like the studio meddled with the tone of that movie, and I really want to see the Ayer cut of the Suicide Squad. But even that almost made $800 million. I'm
wondering if, because Shazam came out in 2019, and and that was the year that Captain Marvel came out, Avengers Endgame came out, and Spider-Man Far From Home came out. So all of that like completely overshadowed Shazam. Like it was the end of Marvel. The first time we were gonna get, I think, Far From Home was that the first Spider-Man movie? I think that's the first Spider-Man movie.
No, Homecoming was the first Spider-Man movie.
Okay, Far From Home was the second one. So like I'm wondering if that overshadowed.
It could have overshadowed
Shazam
it, because Shazam was still within the Snyderverse of movies. In terms of tone,
but I'm just saying, like that drop off in box office could be like, we're not really interested in this over here. We're gonna go and watch these Marvel movies over here, and then like Birds of Prey, that didn't do well because of how Margot Robbie was marketing the movie, and that's when you started talking about like the male gaze, and we wanted to cover Harley up, all of that stupid shit, and on top of that, the movie was garbage. Yeah. And then you had the controversy with Wonder Woman 84, where how bad that movie was, but also how, again, it's just another movie that's not for the male gaze, and there was a whole conversation about surrounding that with that movie, and then like Wonder Woman ends up like graping someone, and that was a huge bit of conversation surrounding that as well. And I think the director too. Wasn't there some controversy with the director of Wonder Woman 84 too? I can't remember. I don't know. And then that's when they brought in James Gunn to do the Suicide Squad, because they're like, we need help. Right. So while a lot of people liked that movie, not a lot of people went and saw that movie. So
no. I'm just saying, like, it's like, like there are a lot of factors go in here, but you can't really, again, deny the drop off in numbers. And the fact that, like, we're in the Gunn era, and it'll be lucky if it surpasses Aquaman 2 at this point, because Aquaman 2 is sitting at $434 million in box office. And when was Aquaman 2? Was that 2022, 23? Or might have been
Aquaman 2?
Yeah, was that 24? Because it came after they're putting it after 23. 23, because they put it after Blue Beetle. Yeah, so
2023. And then by that time too, James Gunn, when was he announced to take over DC?
3 years ago.
Because when that happened, people just completely lost interest. They're like, why am I going to go and watch these movies when they're not going to lead anywhere? This is like the end of it. These characters are going away. Like, they're not. So why on earth should I invest my time in them?
When was Shazam 2? Was that 2022? Because Gunn was announced about 3 years ago that he's officially taking over.
2023.
All right, yeah. So people like basically, why should I watch these movies? They're not going to mean anything. But even
And
then,
Black Adam was 2022.
yeah. So even then,
Yeah.
So even like basically, so even then, like I said, I'm watching these numbers because right now, Superman 2025 has not
And-
reached Aquaman 2 just yet.
Yeah, and I believe see, I don't want to say that this is the reason why Black Adam did so well, but I think around that time too, Henry Cavill had announced that he was going to be back as Superman.
Yeah.
And then
like,
it came out later on that he wasn't going to come back as Superman after it had released.
And they also I say baited people in basically, but when the Black Adam is coming out, that Superman was going to make an appearance or be in that movie basically. So people were like, wanted to see Superman and Black Adam on the screen together pretty much, even though The Rock doesn't understand Black Adam because Black Adam is not an anti-hero. The only good part about Black Adam was Dr. Fate, played by Pierce Brosnan, and he got
that was the best part of it.
And he got the shaft.
The Rock didn't want to fight or appear with Shazam, which was stupid. He wanted to be with Superman.
Even though Black Adam fights Shazam, basically. So Black Adam and Shazam appearing together would have made more sense than Black Adam and Shazam.
Yeah, but The Rock wanted to fight Superman, which was totally stupid. And given, I think, doesn't The Rock have it in his contract that he cannot lose a fight?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so that would have been dumb. What, he's going to win to Superman? I think that's why he wanted to do it, because he has it in his contract when he works on films that he can't lose a fight. So it's just I feel like it would just have been a big ego thing. I was Black Adam and I'm going to lead the DC now and I'm going to fight Superman and win. It just plays into The Rock's ego, which is huge.
Just want to show, I'll just switch back to the box office. Well, it shows the box office basically. Superman numbers. All right. It's basically sitting at, if you round it up, $401 million. So it just eked out over $400 million total. And I'll zoom this in for Superman's box office in 2 weeks. And there's typically a drop off.
I think there was a 53 or a 54% drop off.
Well, this is
there it is.
Right here.
Yeah, 54%.
I think that's the average of. I think it's closer to 70. See down here daily. So it had quite a drop off.
Well, that was for the 18th only.
Mm-hmm. So.
But yeah, that's not too bad of a drop. 54% is not that bad at all.
I'm trying to think. Hold on. 18.
But from what I'm seeing, according to estimates, Superman is eyeing a 640 million between 640 million and 700 global theatrical run. And people are going to take that as a win, especially since James Gunn came out and said it doesn't need to make this much in order for it to be a success.
Let's talk about that here. I'm gonna show I don't know if you saw chat on those numbers basically, but the international box office is less than the domestic one for Superman, which is not generally not the case, because if you look at Jurassic World's numbers, boom. I want to copy it. I just want to show here, boom. More than the domestic box office. It's doing rather well. China loves dinosaurs. Mm-hmm. They don't love a man with underwear on the outside of his uniform. So China loves dinosaurs. And Fantastic Four is dropping this Friday as well. And that'll be the third weekend that Superman has been out. People like dinosaurs. And this is a Jurassic World Rebirth was a movie where disaster happened because of a Snickers wrapper.
Yep.
And Superman is losing to that. Wrap your heads around that. I just look at F1. People are saying it's really good. I'm waiting for it to come to a good streaming service, but people are saying it's really good.
Oh, F1 is incredible.
Let me see if I can find the post, basically.
You should watch F1.
I will.
I bet you will like it.
But I don't know if you can see this, chat. Did someone share this image? Because it's kind of coming out that the production budget for Superman is actually a lot higher than what Warner Brothers and James Gunn would like to admit. So Ohio motion picture tax applications. So basically, like, you can lie to the audience. You can't lie to the Internal Revenue Service. All right.
Does that include what is it called? Tax breaks?
This right here down here is the total eligible for production expenditures. So that's, I think, the tax breaks down here, which is 10% roughly. Or like that, but right here, I can't highlight it. It's $363,845,386. Percentage of total budget to be eligible for expenditures, 10.16%. All right, which means like you're only going to get just shy of 37 million in credits, not 140 million. All right, estimated value of Ohio motion picture tax credit credited at 30%. $11,091,686.70. All right. Like I said, you can lie to the Internal Revenue, you can lie to the audience. You cannot lie to the Internal Revenue Service, because what's coming out, and Lady Gravemaster shared this with me. And James Gunn dismissed $363 million Superman budget as false. Now a THR source says it's real. From the, like I said, Ohio Motion Picture Tax Credit website reported that production on Superman actually cost $363 million. And it points out that this is not the first time that Warner Brothers has lied and been less than transparent about a film's budgets. Most notably, they did this with The Flash, originally promoting it as having a $200 million budget. However, just a few months later, reports revealed that actual cost was closer to $300 million.
Well, it's funny because we see that all the time, right? We see it all the time. Like Disney will report a certain set of numbers. Marvel will report a certain set of numbers. And it's just this movie that people have so much cope around it. Like, no, it's okay. Like, it's going to be a success. No, this is the real marketing budget. Believe James Gunn. It's just like, no. No,
I'm going to believe.
And I don't even care. I honestly, I don't even care what the Snyder movies made, right? I do not care about that. I do care about people coping and lying about the movie being a 100% success for DC and Warner Brothers. Like that's what I care about, because so many people are coming out and saying no, they're fudging the numbers, or no, the box office is wrong, or look, see, they reported the box office numbers wrong, or it doesn't need to make this much. It's going to break even if it makes 500 million. That is so ridiculous. If you're going to report on the box office for all of these other movies, then you need to do the same with Superman, no matter how much you like the fucking movie. Keep that same energy throughout your reporting, no matter how much you like the movie. I freaking love How to Train Your Dragon live action. I love that movie. And that movie, I'm not gonna lie, that movie struggled at the box office. It's coming to streaming soon. I think it's just barely going to limp its way to 600 million soon. So it's not like a super success, but just because I like the movie, it doesn't mean I'm going to cope and lie about the box office and say, oh, it's an incredible success and I can't wait for the next one. You know what I mean? So the amount of cope surrounding the Superman movie with so many people forgiving where they weren't before with other movies because they don't like the director, or they don't like the company, or they don't like Disney, or they don't like the movie. It doesn't matter how much you like the movie. These numbers should be reported no matter what. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I have an issue with when it comes to this movie, is that people are being so incredibly forgiving just because they like the movie and they like James Gunn. It's so stupid.
I was getting into a little back and forth with someone on Twitter earlier, and I'm not gonna call him out because I don't have no issue with him or anything like that. But I'm trying to point out to him the rule of thumb when you want to figure out the break even total for movies, because he was just looking at the $400 million budgets, and if the movie made five, because he was going off of the $225 million production budgets, and I was pointing out no, it's actually closer to $363 million. And you're not including the marketing budget, which is what you're supposed to do, because the marketing budget goes into the overall budget. It's not included in the production budget, and the estimated for that is 200 million, as I said. It can be anything from 150 to 250 million dollars. But if you take the right in the middle of 200 million, that's 563 million dollars in overall budget. And that's like, not just what the Warner Bros. Needs to make back. They need to make back double that pretty much, because the theaters take 50% of it. There's a 50-50 split, which those who are defending the box office for Superman, which is what also like boggles my mind. Those who are defending the major success of the Superman movie are not taking into account the 50-50 split. And I'm like, so $400 million to you is a success. All right. But that means that Warner Bros. Is only going to pocket $200 million, and that doesn't even come close to getting back the production budget for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
See, the way
it's so funny the way like news sites report it, because they'll say like Superman is now crossing 400 million. The budget was whatever 250, right? They'll report it like that, as if, look, it's making money when it's not, and people will think that it's making money when it's not. So the reporting is just so wild for it. But they've been doing that for a while to cover, and they do that to cover, especially like the people that report it on Twitter. They do that to cover for the studios. You see them doing it for Marvel all the time, and for Disney especially all the time. But for this one, everybody's just like cheering, "What a success! What a success!" And it's just ridiculous when you don't know how it works.
That's what, again, like you pointed out, that's what frustrates me. Like, if you want to love the movie, fine, but like, I'm frustrated with like the constant spinning of the facts and trying to spin it as if it's a success and totally ignore the proper way of figuring out the break-even point, basically. Like, because it basically is nothing. It's nothing really at this point but propaganda.
Yeah, well, I mean, you report the numbers, but add on top of that James Gunn said it doesn't need to reach 700 million in order to be a success.
Yeah,
it's going to be a success. Like, wait, I think you want to make money on your movies that you put out, don't you? You don't want to break even, because even breaking even, that's a failure for how much money you're putting into this project. Like your goal to make it. This isn't
your goal is to make a profit, not break
you're supposed to make a profit. You're supposed to make a profit with movies.
Because the profit that you get from the movies is what goes into the budget for the following movies. So if you want to continue this universe, your movies have to make a profit. Like, you can't just rely on other properties Warner Brothers might have necessarily to sustain whatever universe you're building. You need the profits within the universe you're building, and they're not. I'm just glad all air conditioners are working. Yeah. Yeah, that quote, there are lies, damn lies, and statistics, which is pretty much just like what we're seeing, what we're witnessing. And because I pointed out to a captain when I was in Iraq, because bless her heart, I loved her. She was a really nice lady. But she was like pointing out to me like the statistics of like these studies people did, basically, and taking it as like verbatim, like fact. And I tried pointing out to her, like explained to her that you cannot take statistics outright as fact, because I could take the questions asked of these people, like the local Iraqi people. I could take questions, reword the questions, tweak the questions, and get totally different results. That's what I was pointing out there, because she was like basically gung ho with these studies conducted, and I'm like, you cannot take that as like at face value. Same way you cannot take what Warner Brothers says as face value, what James Gunn takes as face value, but that's what people are doing. They're taking what he says at face value without actually looking into the genuine numbers and what it would take for the movie to not just break even, but go carry into making a profit. What did you think of Supergirl? I hated her cameo.
Oh, how will the carryover of mixed reception impact Supergirl? I mean, the point of having, introducing a new character at the end of the movie, having people sit through the credits or whatever, and then introducing is to get them hyped for the next thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when your introduction to this character is, her just completely messy, drunk, yelling at Superman, calling him a bitch and leaving.
Yeah, call him a bitch. Yeah, call him a bitch.
It's not a very good first impression for audience members. When I saw that, it didn't get me hyped to see her come back in another movie. I think that if that movie does well, it honestly might be because people want to see Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Yeah.
But that whole movie is supposed to take place on a planet with a red sun. And it's going through it's a movie about feelings and emotions because it's going through her grief over the loss of Krypton and the stages of grief that she's dealing with. So she's going to continue to be an emotional mess in her own movie.
It was exactly what we want to see in our heroine, basically. An emotional mess, basically, who needs to get wasted on planets with red suns so that way she can feel the effects of alcohol. And Crypto is not her dog. Crypto is Superman's dog.
Well, it's her dog now.
Well, in this universe it is. But in actual DC continuity, it's
Superman's dog.
It's Superman's dog. So when I'm watching this movie and seeing Crypto not even listen to Superman, I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. And then the little cameo with Supergirl happens. And I'm like, oh, that's what he did. And another thing that didn't make sense to me was in DC continuity, Supergirl is actually older than Clark. In most DC continuity, she's actually older than Clark. So she would have known his parents. So why didn't he ask her, hey, is this true about my parents? Was this their attitude for me to basically spread my seed on Earth and make little Kryptonian human hybrids? Pretty much. He never bothered to ask her if she, if that was true. James Gunn would totally be writing Supergirl. He's taking over the DCU, so there's no way he wouldn't have his hands on it.
He's not writing Supergirl.
I'm saying, but he's part of it, basically. So, he's no way he wouldn't have his hands on it.
He probably has to approve things, but no, it's a woman. It's a woman that's writing Supergirl.
No. And that's going to make it even worse, in my opinion. Michael for $5, thank you so much. A good point was made. If she was on a red sun planet, how would she leave? Yeah. How would she leave? She needs the yellow sun for her powers, like Superman. I'm saying, it makes, but James Gunn knows the Superman comics. He knows the Superman comics. Speaking of, I'm going to close some of these tabs, basically. So we go on into the numbers a little bit. Steph, can you find that video?
Which one?
About James Gunn saying it was real with Superman's parents.
Oh, yeah.
There was, people were, trying.
I'm honestly wondering how this, because this is the, Anna Nogueira. I don't know if that's how you say her last name. Is the one that's writing or wrote the new Supergirl movie. And she's also writing an untitled Teen Titans film as well.
Oh, goody.
But she's only written 2 plays.
But she's a woman. That's her qualification staff. Because she's a woman.
She's written 2 plays. She's a playwright. She's written 2 plays, and she's a screenwriter because she wrote the Supergirl movie.
That's her only screenwriting credit.
What else did she do? Because she's an actress. She's an actress, but I don't know. Oh, she's also a co-writer on a short film called We Win. We Win. Fuck. But that's it.
I'm saying, nowhere near the qualifications would be necessary to actually pen a major motion script. But the fact that she has boobs and a hoo-ha is probably the two major qualifications he has for being selected to write the Supergirl script. Hey, you have tits? Yeah. You got a badge? Yeah. You're hired. What's pretty much qualifications now for people? Not actual experience. No, it's what's between their legs. If they have two boobs or not. Ultraman was wasted. Why he was... Being a Superman clone makes absolutely no sense, because Superman still should have been quicker than Ultraman, because Ultraman needed to wait for Lex to call out chess moves. And you're telling me Superman couldn't be quicker than that? Oh no, Ultraman, oh no, Lex Luthor sunk Superman's battleship. But Superman is faster than speeding bullets. He couldn't see those moves coming? Couldn't get out of the way?
Yeah.
I'm just... Okay. I want to watch that clip, basically, about James Gunn. You had Mr. Terrific say it's real. You had this say it's real. He's like, but he knows. James Gunn says the message is real. It hasn't been doctored.
All right.
Because this is another thing that people are coping about. Because they're like, oh, it's going to be like Brainiac all along, which makes absolutely no sense. But they're trying to explain it. It's like, oh, it's not real.
They said that Brainiac was inside the engineer. Through the message. I think that's how they said it. They said it like Brainiac was living inside, and he
but that makes
was in the message, and now it's inside the engineer.
Which again makes no sense, because Brainiac would try to recruit Superman once to get Superman on his side initially. So why would he doctor that to turn Superman against him when he wants to get Superman on his side?
And then I think they also said that, or some of the theories out there, which I love theories. I love fan theories. Give me them all day. I love fan theories. But these were copes. These weren't even theories.
That's coping. That's not taking a little Easter egg and going, oh, where's Gunn going to go with this, or things like that. No, it's like trying to cope with the bastardization of Jor-El's character and try to make it Gunn look better than what actually happened.
The reason I say it was more cope than fan theory is because they tell you multiple times in the film that the message is real.
Yeah.
So that's why I was just like, no, it's real. They say it's real. It is real. Multiple times through multiple people, they say it's real. Yeah. So I was just like, it's not fan theories. They're just coping. But also, what was I going to say? Oh, another one was that wasn't Jor-El. That was actually Zod saying those things.
Zod is in the... He couldn't do that. He was imprisoned before Jor-El would have recorded the message.
Maybe not in this universe, Mara. This is new.
Okay, you take that cope out of the stream right now. But anyway, chat,
But here's the message. I love what James Gunn says here. Hold on.
Probably you already, is about Jor-El and Lara's message. Is it real? Has it been doctored? Is that the actual
How
message?
can someone not think it's real?
I'm just saying.
I love that. I love that. How can you think it's not real?
Maybe it's Clayface. Maybe Clayface, changed his appearance to be the engineer and somehow doctored the message.
I don't understand. Like, we did this. So in the test screens, people were like, is it real? With AI, nobody trusts anything. Okay. In the movie.
You make a point of saying, Mr. Terrific.
I love that he's like, listen, in the movie, he has to break it down. And it honestly, when I saw this, I was laughing so hard. I think I saw this either late at night or super early in the morning, depending on how you're looking at it. But I was laughing so hard because he breaks it down. And while he's breaking it down, I'm just picturing everybody who is coping about this part in the movie just going, oh no, that's wrong.
The cope is strong with them.
Terrific says it's real.
Mr. Terrific says, I know those computer forensics guys. There's no way. That's Mr. Terrific. Smart as Lex Luthor. Then I have Maury, the Secretary of Defense, say, I think whatever you think about Luthor, but it's real. And then the clincher is that Gurkos and Lex are walking together.
Right.
And, Gurkos says, you doctored a message. This is great. And Lex says, it's not a message. It's not doctored.
Right.
It's real. And who thought his own parents would be the ones to bring him down?
Okay. We just clarified, just for the record. I just want to get it down. Are there implications for this going forward, or have you dealt with this? I mean, do you imagine this being dealt with in future Superman stories?
It's one and done. That's it. They're done. All right. He's made these characters this way for a specific reason. This is why.
I mean, honestly, I think he deals with it in this story pretty much. I mean, I think that this story at the heart of it is a story about a guy who's doing things he thinks for reasons outside of himself.
Yeah.
Comes to realize through the love of a parental figure, his father and mother, that he is not doing things because of someone outside himself. He's doing things because of that's what he believes. It's not.
It's so funny.
Wait,
I thought
Superman is
I
like-
was doing good. This is so stupid. I hate it. I thought I was doing good things because my parents were telling me to, but it turns out I was doing good things because I'm just a good person. So I'm going to continue to do good things. What kind of story is that?
I'm trying to first off, that is a word salad and a fucking half. But Superman's like 30 at this point. You're telling me he hasn't figured that out about himself?
No.
That
He was doing it because his space parents told him that he was a good person and he was going to do that.
Wow, they make Superman stupid.
Oh.
That my head actually hurts. I mean, Henry Cavill Superman figured that out even before. I mean, the message from Jor-El helped basically, but he was a good person even before he saw his real father's message. Because remember, he wanted to beat up those guys that were going after this woman, and she stopped him. Like he was doing that, not like he hadn't heard Daddy's message at that point. He was just helping her because he's a good guy.
Yep.
And she stopped him, and because he didn't want to risk, actually killing someone, because he could easily, because they're not Kryptonian. He put telephone poles through the guy's truck.
Yeah.
So he's a good person.
James Gunn makes it sound so deep when it's really not that deep. It's not
Superman's
deep
always
at all.
been a good person, and he learned that from his Earth parents, and he knew that, he learned that his whole life.
But it doesn't really give Superman any growth either. He's just
No, I'm saying it makes him stupid.
Just,
He couldn't figure that out by the time he's
going
30.
from appreciating one set of parents to appreciating a different set of parents. That's pretty much it.
Which again
there's
doesn't make
nothing
any
there.
sense. Which doesn't make any sense because he would have appreciated his Earth parents before he heard the message from Jor-El.
But hold on, let's listen to what he says because James Gunn is adopted, and he thinks that the reason people don't understand it is because they're not adopted, but he totally gets it.
An outside force telling him what to do or what to think. He's doing it. It's not destiny, right? It's his own choice.
There are also echoes of Star-Lord, Ego, Yondu in this kind of trio. Has that? I mean, in terms of the dad that's the birth father.
Oh yeah,
that betrays you. That isn't who you think.
Yes, yeah.
The adoptive father who really is.
Yeah.
The moral compass.
Yeah. I don't know. So I have a lot of adopted kids in my family.
Yeah.
My best friend is adopted. A few of my best friends are adopted. I don't know why it is that.
Oh, I thought James Gunn was adopted. Maybe he's not. Okay. Well,
those
I must have listened to it wrong.
themes speak to me, but they do.
So we've talked a little bit about some changes in the process of test.
Yeah, that's why you can't understand it, because you're not adopted, so you don't understand adopted children's feelings. That's so dumb. What does this have to do with Superman? Superman is adopted. Yeah, the message is real. The message is real. So I don't think, and it's not going to get dealt with in other movies, which means he's not going to retcon unless he sees all the backlash of this. Then he might retcon it. But according to this interview right here, it gets dealt with and it is done in this one Superman movie. So he has no plans to retcon it. He has no plans to move forward with it to see any type of implications in regards to that message. Here it says it was dealt with in the movie. That's it. So I think like people are still hoping that Supergirl deals with it in her movie. I don't think that's going to happen. That movie is already done. So like the people are still holding out hope. They really are. They're holding out hope that this gets dealt with in Supergirl. It's not going to. James Gunn said no implications. We dealt with it in this movie and it's finished. You know, it's a part of Superman's storyline. It's how he grows to being a good person at the beginning of the movie to being a good person at the end of the movie. And that's it. Like, boom, done. We've dealt with it. So I don't think that's going to get addressed later. If it does get addressed later, it's because he changed it because of the backlash. And that's dumb. That would be dumb. But hold on, I need to show this to you because people are still hoping that he's lying.
Okay.
Wait, let me find it.
I'm trying to find that. There it is. I was gonna say I'm trying to find that meme. I'll show this. Where's StreamYard? Okay, there it goes. Real fast, I'm gonna show you guys this meme. This is what people were like, showing. Basically. Donner's Jor-El. Help the people of Earth, my son. Snyder's Jor-El. Do not let them make the same mistakes as us, basically. Give them hope. Guns. Grape them hoes.
Dude, you know what was crazy is I was watching Zack Snyder's Justice League, right? And that scene when he goes back to the fortress and he gets his black suit and you hear like the voiceovers of Jor-El and of his father.
Mm-hmm.
Just
that's beautiful. That's a beautiful scene.
So good. Yeah. It's so good. It's so positive. It's so hopeful. And I'm just like, you know, both of them inspire him. He holds both of them near to his hearts. It's insane. Like there's no, I prefer my Earth daddy to my space daddy. None of that. They are both his fathers. He embraces them both. He loves them both. And he's inspired and filled with hope because of both of his fathers. Like that was such a great scene. I freaking love that scene in that movie. But then this one, I don't know why you have to tear one father down to build up the other. It's so dumb. It's dumb. But look, this is what I wanted to show you real quickly.
Okay. I wanted to show that because we were talking about the different Jor-Els and things like that. So
it says, I know 17 characters in the film, and even Gunn himself confirmed that the message from Krypton is real. I still know he's lying. And then the first comment with 900 Brainiac reveal in Supergirl next year. I see the vision.
Oh my
God,
God,
theory is that Zod hacked the message after killing his real parents.
Okay.
And that Bradley Cooper is Zod.
First off, at this point, at this point, Zod is in the fucking Phantom Zone, and his parents weren't killed until after they shot Superman off into space to find a planet that was comparable to Krypton's atmosphere, which happened to be Earth, basically, with a yellow sun, and they died after that. So somehow Zod left the Phantom Zone to kill Superman's parents, doctor the message, and then somehow make his way back to the fucking Phantom Zone. Am I understanding that correctly?
Yes.
That Zod, being the good Boy Scout that he is, escaped the Phantom Zone and somehow said, you know what, I'm going to go back because I have to stay there, but I'm going to doctor this message first. Somehow, after Krypton gets destroyed.
Yes.
All right.
This is a new universe, Mara. You don't know that Zod is in the Phantom Zone. We don't know anything about Zod. This is brand new.
DC Comics says that he's in
this is James Gunn's universe now. We don't know anything until he puts out a movie.
I'm like really brave. Yeah, he uploaded it to the cloud. He uploaded it to the cloud, and I was able to back it that way.
Teresa's in chat.
Hey, Ms. Mara Muse, this is my partner in
Teresa,
crime.
we need
for
to go
Andy.
grab lunch sometime. We need to get together. You know what? Not lunch. Let's go get some drinks.
There you go. No, but I'm saying it's like,
And by drinks, of course, I mean like tea. We'll go get some tea.
and I said, I know like like Superman movie came out last week, but it's one of those things where it's like you kind of can't not talk about everything that happened post the release, the box office numbers, the ruination of Jarrell and Lara's characters, the pretty much. I mean, I'm going to show this basically because like this is my feeling for the Superman movie. It was pretty much a Mr. Terrific movie masquerading as a Superman one. And if you like the character in the Superman movies, Mr. Terrific actor Eddie Gathegi, I think that's how his name is pronounced, is in the DCU for the long haul, confirms multi-project deal that may include a solo series. So if you like the character from the DCU, from the Superman movie, even though it's a Mr. Terrific movie with Superman as a co-star, here it is, chat. You'll get more Mr. Terrific. He somehow was able to put buildings together like they're Legos. But yeah, this actor is going to be in DC for at least the DCU, according to this, for the long haul, ladies and gentlemen. So he's going to most likely get his own solo series, much like Peacemaker.
I don't mind that.
I wouldn't mind it if like he had actually, like this movie that came out was actually a Mr. Terrific movie and not supposed to be a Superman movie, but the focus ended up going to Mr. Terrific. It barely felt like a Superman movie, in my opinion. Now, that's just my opinion. But when I watched it, I was like, this does not feel like a Superman movie. Yeah, no one was suspicious of how Lex obtained the message in the first place. Like, no one looked into that. No one questioned it. No, he somehow got the message. Somehow. And he somehow... Okay, I need people to explain this to me. I need someone to explain this to me. Because Lex was able to clone Superman. All right?
Mm-hmm.
He was able to clone Superman. Okay? First off, that would be Kryptonian DNA, which, like, how do you fucking clone that? However, let's ignore that little element and look into the fact that Lex said that he found one fucking hair after a battle with Superman that he was able to clone Ultraman from.
Yes.
One hair.
Mara, this is James Gunn's writing. Do not doubt the James Gunn.
Do not shout.
But I will share a funny meme or a funny X post about Ultraman. Y'all really watched Superman kill a mute, mentally handicapped, and cheered.
Yeah, because like Ultraman doesn't talk. He's mute. He's handicapped.
And he's dumb as rocks.
Yeah, because
which
he's
is
way
why he needs which is why he needs Lex to control him.
Yeah.
Someone at the bottom said, me and my friend said the same shit. Apparently Superman can't kill a genocidal, suicidal Zod, but a mentally handicapped person is fine.
Oh my god.
I thought that was funny. And then Millie, what is her name? Millie Alcock shared this meme.
Alcock, yeah.
Millie Alcock shared this meme. Supergirl while Metropolis is almost destroyed.
Yeah, that's gonna be our Supergirl. Doesn't bother to come back to help Superman, her cousin. No, she only pops in after the hangover goes away. Pretty much.
Yeah. She shared it, so it's funny.
I'm saying, like, you know, I really don't hold anything against like the actors themselves. Like, they're trying with what they are given. Like David, the Cornsweat, whatever, how he pronounces his last name, basically, he could have been a really good Superman. He was just given shit to work with. The actress who plays Lois Lane was a good Lois Lane. She was just given shit to work with. As ugly as I think the actor is who played Jimmy Olsen, he could have been a good Jimmy Olsen, who somehow is a fucking ladies' man in this universe. He could have
I
been a good
didn't
like
mind
basically what? I'm just
I
saying,
didn't
like,
mind
I don't see like women like necessarily attracted to him like that. But like I'm just saying that the actors themselves, I do not hold anything against as far as their portrayals of the characters. The only one I do hold it against is Nathan Fillion because he felt like he did not work personality wise. He worked as Guy Gardner because he's fucking insufferable.
Yeah.
But age-wise, he does not work as Guy Gardner because he felt more like basically a 40-something-year-old man who's trying to recapture his fraternity days, and his personality did not work. Hawk Girl, why is she even there? Oh, she murdered.
To kill. What's his name?
I'm saying like people were upset that Superman put him up against a cactus and made him piss himself, but Superman kept him alive. But they're not even gonna bat an eyelash at the fact that she dropped him from thousands of feet up in the air.
Yeah, she killed him.
Yeah. Nope.
While saying like, what did she say? I'm not like him.
Yeah, and she drops him. Basically, I'm not like him, and she drops him. No repercussions. Like Superman had to go through deal with hell over his actions, and he left that political leader alive. She drops him. Nothing. I'm like, what?
They will be media and even James Gunn will be like, oh yeah, this is a success. You know how I know that they're freaking out over at Warner Brothers?
Let's see how.
It's because they are fast tracking a Wonder Woman movie.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
And Matt Reeves submitted the screenplay for the Batman 2. So like that's so they're hopefully I hope that they will move forward with the Batman 2. Because that movie was great. I loved that movie. It's actually really good. But yeah, they're fast tracking a Wonder Woman movie. Even with all of their announcements that they came out, they're gonna have, Clayface, Supergirl, what else? Mr. Terrific movie. There was another one. The new Lantern show. Like all of that was announced. But now they're fast tracking a Wonder Woman movie. They're like, hurry up, we got to get something else.
They don't go into Hawk Girl at all. It's like she's just there. She's just there with Guy Gardner's Green Lantern and Mr. Terrific, and Metamorpho is just there. I love Metamorpho basically like being there because he's like, I can't recreate the sun. What? No, I'm being sarcastic when I say that because he's like, I can't recreate the sun, but I can recreate what makes up the sun, like the sun's power. So I'm like, so you're recreating the sun. It's like you're literally taking the elements that make up the sun's solar power and recreating the sun, but at the same time not recreating the sun, the yellow sun. Remember, like in that scene where he's trying to get Superman. Like, I'm like, can you explain that disconnect to me? Because he's like, I can't recreate it. I can't make the sun, but I'll make the sun.
It's to let Superman fight, but not keep him like fully powered. Because if you notice in this movie, Superman is not 100% powered the entire movie.
Which
like
he should
at the
be
beginning
by now,
of the movie, after he loses his first fight, he goes and he gets healed by the sun. But the Superman robot, Gary, is like, sir, or whatever he says, you're only at 87% healed.
Yeah.
So then he goes off and does other stuff, gets beaten down even more, and gets charged up by something that's not the sun. So he's not 100% then either.
But
so he is not powered at 100% in his entire movie.
I'm just saying, like, I get that. But I'm just saying, like, him being out in the sun regardless, shouldn't he be powered up by now? Because, like, he was Clark Kent out in the sun, and he should have been absorbing the sun's powers at that point, even not as Superman.
Here's what I thought was going to happen. When he was fighting the engineer and Ultraman. I couldn't remember what it was. When he was fighting them, he starts like flying into space with his face covered. I thought he was going to space to get like charged up, to get powered by the sun. That's what I thought he was going to do, not go up and then just crash back down to Earth. Yeah, I thought he was going up there to, I don't know, suffocate them or do something with them, go into space. But no, That's where I thought that was going, but didn't happen. Just
That's where I thought it was going.
and also
too,
like
because
them putting the nanobots are in his lungs, so he goes
He's
into
Superman.
space.
He's Superman.
You
He's like,
yeah,
he'll-
it doesn't
he'll
matter.
heal up.
You fill his
He'll
lungs
heal
up. Go ahead. It doesn't matter.
He'll heal up as soon as he hits the sun. Basically, like he's not going to, like that's not going to kill him. That's what I thought. That's what I thought too. That he was going to like break Earth's atmosphere, go into like like past the stratosphere, and like hit like the sun, like what Henry Cavill did, his Superman did, basically. So he's absorbing the sun in its full power to heal, and he just never did that. He just never did that. I'm just saying, there's like, oh my god,
I don't understand how that even worked. Like he just went up and then back down. And is it because she's no longer like awake? So now the they're like nanobites or something, nanobots or whatever they are.
Yeah, nanobots.
Because she's knocked out. Like now they're coming off of his face. Is that how it works? I don't know how it works. I didn't even know how it worked. I was like, what was the point of that?
I don't know. I'm saying like it basically like this movie is literally turn your brain off.
Oh yes, absolutely. And that was, by the way, the only person that he defeated on his own was the engineer. Was a woman. That was it. That was the only one he defeated on his own because it wasn't Ultraman. What's his name? Crypto came out and helped him with that.
Yeah, Crypto came out and helped. Somehow, it took Superman long enough to realize that those like bots circling him and Ultraman was like helping. So like needed Crypto to be a dog and chew them up. Pretty much, he couldn't use his heat vision to shoot them like he did all those guards up in the air. And like in another scene, no, like he had to get Crypto to do it for him. And like, okay, again, say what you will about Snyder's movies, if you like them or not, it's entirely subjective. But in Justice League, and like the Justice League movie and things like that, Superman stood against Steppenwolf. Superman stood against Darkseid. Superman is the most powerful metahuman on Earth.
Yeah, that's why Steppenwolf decided to invade. No Kryptonians.
Yeah. And you're telling me that iteration of Superman could stand against Steppenwolf and Darkseid and Darkseid's minions and things like that as the most powerful metahuman?
Oh, come on, Mara.
But nearly gets beaten by a mute, retarded clone of himself?
I will tell you what people have told me, okay?
Okay, what?
He's just year 3. We have to give him time to grow.
I'm gonna choke a bitch.
I'm not even joking.
I'm saying
just year 3. We have to give him time to grow.
But like,
and to that, I will say that all these motherfuckers that were saying he's just year 3, you have to give him time to grow.
Never gave Henry Cavill
the same for Batman in the Batman movie
or Man of Steel.
Nobody gave Robert Pattinson's Batman that type of grace. Okay,
no one gave Henry.
Everybody
Cavill
was just like, "You suck."
No one gave Henry Cavill the type of grace either. In Man of Steel, people were like, he's Superman. He should be able to do this. I'm like, he's not exactly Superman yet. He's becoming Superman, pretty much. He's not the Superman that we know, but they would never give him that grace. But now all of a sudden they want to give James Gunn Superman that grace. He's only year 3 Superman. We gotta let him grow, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta let him grow. He's just year 3. He's finding his footing. At that point, he should have found his fucking footing in year 3.
Yeah.
But they would never give Cavill that. I'm just saying they would never give Cavill that grace. They never gave Cavill that grace for Man of Steel. Regardless of what you thought about that movie, they never gave him that grace. They're like,
Well, I don't even compare this new Superman movie to Man of Steel because I'm
comparing the reaction.
I like refuse to compare those two movies because this Superman is a year 3 Superman. That's day 1 Superman in Man of Steel. Like that's it. He is like day 1 Superman. Just literally learning to fly in that movie and then Earth being invaded.
I'm saying
still wins, by the way.
I know. I'm not comparing the movies. I'm just comparing the reaction.
That is day 1.
I'm comparing the reactions because up until the end, he's not Superman yet. He's Man of Steel. He hasn't become like the Superman we know until near the end of the movie. So he's literally
that's why I don't like to compare these two movies because this one's already established 3 years, been doing his thing. And man, everybody's like comparing the two, and I'm just like, Man of Steel is nothing like this movie.
No, I'm comparing more like the reactions. Like people were like, like being hard on Henry Cavill's Superman in that movie based on like the fact that they were like looking at him going, he should like be the Superman that we know him to be at this point, when in fact he's just becoming Superman. But they're giving this one grace, and I'm like, he's established as Superman. It's year 3 that he, like, you know, so he should be established at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what frustrates me. People are like, give him grace. No, he's year 3, and he like, and he's
I
year
can't believe
3.
it. I was just like, really?
Yeah, no, I'm not. He's year 3.
It's only year 3, guys. I couldn't stand that argument when they were throwing that out there. He's only year 3. Like, give me a break.
Yeah, then if he's year 3, then he should easily be able to defeat Ultraman and the Engineer. No fucking problem. He shouldn't need the Justice Gang. Oh yeah, another thing I want to ask. Another thing I want to ask Steph, because I haven't really talked to many people about this movie, especially those who have bashed Man of Steel and then praised this movie. Okay, I'm not comparing the 2 movies, but I'm just like, you know, their reactions to this particular scene.
Yeah.
The scene where Superman in 2025 is needing a little pep talk from Lois Lane, and you see in the background that interdimensional enemy, and you see the Justice Gang kind of dealing with it in the background.
Mm-hmm.
Are people excusing that nonchalant attitude of Superman? Like, oh, they got it. Basically, like, you know, Justice Gang has got it.
Yeah,
It's
they're
just-
excusing it.
They're excusing it.
Yeah, people are excusing it. I didn't like that scene because I didn't like what was going on in the background. It took away from that scene. In my mind, I think that scene was added because James Gunn didn't like really trust the audience to sit still during that scene with Lois and Clark. They needed something comedic happening in the background, you know, so they had that happening, but it distracts from what they're talking about, from what is happening in the scene. It's just something else to look at while a conversation is happening.
See, Daniel,
it's to keep the audience attention, and in my mind, in my mind, you only need that when you know or you're worried that your script sucks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
You have no faith in your writing and your script, so you need something to keep the audience's attention because you don't think your writing is going to do that.
See,
so,
I
didn't like that. I would have preferred it not even being there.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't excuse it because if he's having a crisis of confidence, Superman would still go and help. He wouldn't need a pep talk from Lois at that point. Like, either remove the pep talk and have him, like, you know, like, despite what he's found out, deal with the threat to Metropolis because he is Superman, or remove that threat and have that heart-to-heart in that scene. It's like that scene with like Lex Luthor trying to get Superman to talk by threatening that man who gave Superman food the one time. That could have been a scene that, like, you know, really had literal impact on the audience's emotions, given what Lex did. And it's immediately undercut by a joke line from Lex after it happens. I'm talking about the scene where he's playing Russian roulette with that guy, trying to get Superman to talk. And like information.
I actually like that scene.
I don't, but it's immediately undercut with the joke. Basically, I didn't think it happened that quick. Lex would all Lex should have done is just look and then say, "I need someone else" or something like that.
I like that. I liked that because it just showed that like Lex really doesn't give a fuck about anybody.
We know this at that point. We know this at this point.
But it just adds to that. Yeah, he doesn't really care about anyone. What I didn't like about that scene was they chose that. I don't know who he is. Does he sell falafels? I have no idea. Yeah. But when he was just like, "Don't worry, Superman. I don't have anybody. It was an honor to feed you," or some shit like that. I was just like, "What the hell is this? I have nobody. It's okay if I die. Don't tell him anything." Like, really? Yeah, I didn't mind that scene. I didn't mind it.
Anyway, well,
let's talk about Fantastic Four.
Yeah, we'll talk about Fantastic Four. I have that Legend of Zelda article, and maybe watch a Mortal Kombat 2 trailer or something. But let's talk, Fantastic Four, because we talked about Superman enough. Like, I'm about ready to chokeho because I hate that movie so much, and I'm getting sick of like dealing with people on X, trying to defend the box office numbers, like trying to spin it like it's a major success. So do you have any Fantastic Four articles that you want to bring up, or?
I have this really quickly. I want to wait. Where is it? Wait a minute. Either way, we're continuing on with the slutty little glasses summer. Did you hear about that?
Here. Oh yeah.
We're continuing on with slutty little glasses summer.
I dropped my here.
Hold on. I'm trying to find it.
Here you go, chat. These are blue light glasses, but here, slutty little glasses summer.
It's slutty little glasses summer. Where the fuck is my tweet? I have to scroll down a little too far. I didn't realize how much I tweet.
They don't have relevance on how good a movie is, but they do have relevance when a movie needs a certain amount to break even. And that's what people are trying to spin. A movie that bombed at the box office that I absolutely love is John Connor. Should have been John Connor of Mars, but that bombed at the box office pretty much, and I love that movie.
I put this tweet out last month. I put Marvel is setting up Pedro Pascal to be the daddy of the MCU. Get ready. And yeah, some of the questions that he's being asked is all about daddy with a capital D. Here, look, I'm going to show you.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I saw it. Yeah. Daddy the MCU.
Daddy with a capital D.
Pedro is a father in so many different texts, a found father figure. But do you think it's safe to say that Reed is the first capital D daddy in the MCU?
Are there no other fathers in the?
Oh, I mean, daddy.
I do.
Daddy.
Kind of find it funny
He
that Peter
knows
Pascal was
exactly what he meant by daddy.
There aren't any other fathers. Like that was where his mind went, because his mind.
No,
is
he knew exactly what he was asking, because Pedro Pascal has answered so many questions about him being the internet's daddy. Or he knew he was playing it off. I just know he was playing it off. He knew exactly what that interviewer was asking.
But he's the daddy.
No. I would, no. The first capital D daddy in the MCU? No. I would say...
Yes, he is the first capital D daddy, because none of these men that he is about to mention would ever call themselves daddy, or embrace that, like Pedro. Ugh, I can't stand this man. Ugh. He makes me want to throw up.
He's in a group of capital D daddies. There are a lot of daddies in the MCU. If you're,
I hate it. Mara, who would you consider your daddy in the MCU? I can't even ask you that question without laughing or feeling disgusting.
Do you want me to honestly answer that? Or do you want to just... Oh my god, who would I consider daddy? Like choke me daddy.
Yes, it's very much like a dom sub situation when you're talking about capital D daddy.
Like specifically because
it's a sexual thing.
In just Marvel, right? In just Marvel. Gambit. And X-Men.
Ooh.
Gambit and X-Men, choke me daddy.
Wait, in X-Men or in Deadpool and Wolverine?
Oh, either like that too, basically. But the Gambit character, basically. Like the Gambit character, choke me daddy.
I love Gambit. He's my favorite X-Men. I hated his portrayal in which Wolverine movie did he come out in?
Wolverine Origins, was it? When
was
he
it Origins?
Shown? Yeah, when like that was kind of like technically Gambit's origin, but it's like really crappy origin. I think it was Wolverine Origins when he first made an appearance. Yeah.
I hated Gambit in that one.
Yeah.
Did not like it. I actually prefer Channing Tatum's Gambit.
He's like work on the accent just a little bit, and that's Gambit appearance and act, because he does have that Cajun accent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like for me, the choke me daddy would be Gambit.
Nice. I'm not going to answer that question. Just
well, she'll disagree with me and go with that.
What?
She'll disagree with me and we'll go from there.
Sure.
There you go.
Tony Stark's pretty.
No, I will not agree.
Daddy.
I will say that I do like Gambit,
All right.
but I'm not answering that question. Bleh.
In my opinion,
Tony Stark's pretty daddy.
Tony Stark is daddy.
Chris Evans, pretty daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's actually it's a daddy party.
It's a daddy fest.
Yeah. Trust me. You're lucky to stick out in the daddy fest. I hope they're nice to you.
I have to. I'll use my stretching powers to stick out a bit.
Ew. This is so dumb. These are the questions that are being asked. Daddy. But there's another one, Mara. I didn't see this until just Bruce shared it with me. Do you know what serving cunt is?
So that's like has nothing to do with people trying to own me on X.
No,
because I'm
it's actually a compliment now.
Serving. Okay, I was called a mad cunt once, but what's serving cunt?
Serving cunt. Here you go. It's fierce, fabulous. That's what it means now. You're a serving cunt. It is a compliment if people tell you you're serving cunt or you have a cunty face. It's a compliment now. But Vanessa Kirby didn't know that, and I don't think Pedro Pascal did either. Here, hold on.
Well, I didn't even know that. I was like, what? I was called a mad cunt once, but that's
it's like relatively new this year. Talking about serving cunt.
Yeah, because
like you know, like cunt is like one of the worst things you could call a woman, but it's almost like
using
it back.
Yeah, I use it all the time, but I know it's like one of the worst things you can call someone. I've been called it. I have it in my bio on X because someone called me that, and then
you should change it to serving cunt.
I probably should, yeah, or mad cunt. But when that happened to me, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna own it, and I put it in my bio, and I said like, look, chat, or not look chat, but I look people. I owned it.
Yeah. What does it say? I can't remember. I knew you had it in your bio.
Problematic cunt, because that's what that woman.
Problematic cunt. That's what it has. Yeah,
problematic cunt. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna put my bio.
Change it. Put it serving cunt. Here, listen to this question.
Jumping right into you, Vanessa. You've kind of become a social media icon for your force-filled, snatched, cunty fierceness face.
Oh God!
Look at her face. She said, "Snatched, cunty fierceness face." Look at her reaction to it. She's like,
yeah, that'd be my reaction. What?
They don't know that it's a compliment now. Look at Pedro.
How did you come about to go into that?
Look at him. He does not like that. He's like, nope.
Good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good
Cunty face is good, babe.
What's that?
He shook his head no. He said, cunty face is good thing. Nope. Shook his head no.
It's good, babe.
What's that from sunglasses, maybe?
Cunty face just means fierce.
Does it mean like
fabulous, beautiful, strong?
Strong.
It's good. It's good.
Okay.
He's really trying to make her comfortable with them calling her cunty, with her face cunty.
Mm-hmm.
Because for a long time, it was like one of the worst things that you can call. It was an insult to women. But now they're saying like, oh, you're serving cunt, you're serving face. It's a new way to say she's serving face, right? It's giving like she's serving face. Like it's a new way of saying that instead of saying face, they're saying cunt.
Okay, that's just again, yeah. So never heard it.
But she was so look at
jumping
her, so
right
mad.
into you, Vanessa. You've kind of become a social media icon for your force-filled, snatched, cunty fierceness face.
Oh God!
She took it as an insult, dude. What are these questions? I think that like they need to be.
This is what passes for journalism now.
I know this is journalism. I think they need to be kept up to speed with like the latest slang. Pedro knows daddy, but he doesn't know serving cunt.
Mm-hmm. I'll just nope. Yeah, like she definitely was insulted. I was like, again, I've been called a cunt. I use that word, but I know it's an insult basically. So I'm not using it necessarily as a compliment, even though the one time, like I said, I've been called a mad cunt, and in Australia, that's actually a compliment if someone calls you that. Because like, so I was told that. So like, okay, that's a compliment. I'll take that. But I know it's generally an insult here. But now, it's a compliment. Okay.
It's a compliment. cunty. Maris,
I'm
Stop.
serving cunt.
you're serving cunt. Ugh. That just sounds gross.
Oh, it doesn't make any freaking sense.
Oh my gosh. Where do I have it in my phone? Did you see? Hold on. I'm probably gonna have to share it with you on Twitter because I think I have it on my phone. But there was this where are you on Twitter? There was this reel showing like the cast on one of the red carpets. And dude, they are hugging it up. I was like, what the hell's going on? Oh, here it is. Hold on. I'm putting it. Okay. I'm sending it on Twitter so I can open it here.
Yeah.
Doo,
Yeah.
doo, doo.
Trey, Gravy, and like others know basically. I have like an actual cunt counter on Twitch basically. So every time I use it, they put a command in, so we can see how many times I've actually dropped that word. And was it over 1,500 times now? So do you want me to open it on my end?
Yeah, you can. Well, actually, hold on. Let me do it because I wanted to pause it in certain places. Look at how close these men are. I think this reel came out around the time that they had said that Ben Grimm and Reed Richards had some sort of relationship or something in their past.
Oh God.
They're like dick to dick.
Yeah.
Look at how look at how he's like holding on to him. And then he reaches out because Vanessa Kirby's coming. Look. He's like, honey, I need. He won't let go. This is so awkward. Like, I don't know why everybody's all up on Pedro Pascal. Like, why is he so clingy like that? Dude, this dude's gonna catch a case.
Yeah.
Like, there's something wrong.
Oh, would you see like that his trans sister is expressed interest in playing Jean Grey?
Yeah. Look, they're all holding her belt. Why are they all like? They're so touchy. What is this for?
I don't know.
Look at, they're all holding her belly.
Is she actually pregnant? Is the actress actually
Yeah, she's
pregnant?
actually pregnant.
Yeah, but it's kind of awkward. Like they're all touching her belly.
Isn't that supposed to be like a little taboo nowadays? I don't know. I thought that was taboo nowadays. They all have their arms wrapped around. Look at his chin on his shoulder. What is happening right now?
Yeah. Oh God.
I don't get it. This makes me uncomfortable looking at all of this like touchiness.
Yeah.
Does it seem unprofessional? Like, I feel like it's a little unprofessional. Like,
I mean, I get that they're playing the first family of Marvel, but that's I think a little too much. Like you could like stand there, be like kind of quite close to each other, like they show that you're a unit essentially, basically, because you are playing the first family, but that's very, very touchy-feely. Like way too much for this press conference. And they're just like doing it as you see the flashes from cameras. And I'm like, is there any questions going to be asked? Are they going to stand there and actually pose for the cameras? Or are they
I think they're just going to pose for the camera here. Like, this is the red carpet. It's so fun. So
but I was saying, it's like they were just like focused on each other for the entire time, and I'm like, what the hell? And now they're finally playing around with the cameras.
Yeah, look at how they're holding each other. Look at how he's holding her stomach. Like, if I was her husband, I'd be like, bro, get off. He bent his legs. Why?
I don't know.
It's just so strange to me. And the way it starts out, Like this. I don't know. It's so weird. Trey says, I want to fight. It's, I don't know. It's just, it's the way, here's why it's so off-putting to me, because this is how like me and my girlfriends are when we get together. We're hugging each other, you know, holding each other. Like, this is how women act, but it's 3 men
Yeah.
and a
But
woman.
this is modern day masculinity stuff. This is modern day masculinity. They are they are in touch with their emotions to the point where like they get all touchy feely with each other more than women. That's today's masculinity.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either. I'm just saying like that's like today like masculinity. I'm like I like on action like people ask like post pictures of like, you know, men wearing dresses and things like that. Like, you know, you're like, what's stopping you from being attracted to this? I'm like, because I'm not gay. That's like what's stopping me? Because I'm not gay.
I'm just so off put. Look, they're so close. They are so close to each other. Ugh. I hate it. It's so weird. It's
Nope.
Where is that shit? Oh, did you see this? This was kind of cute. I'm not gonna lie, but for real, why do you need a Superman movie to get you to do this? James Gunn Superman leads to more than 500% surge in dog adoption interest thanks to crypto.
Well,
I thought that was cute.
that is a positive. I'll give it that. But at the same time, it's like you shouldn't have needed that movie.
I know. If you want a dog, get a dog.
Yeah.
But I thought that was kind of cute.
Anyway, here. Okay. All right, Gravy. Calm the fuck down.
Where are my Fantastic Four articles? Oh, here it is.
Here. Real fast. Live action Zelda movies happening. Why is it happening? I have no idea. I've never been into really Nintendo in general. But they announced their casting, and God forbid they cast an actual biological female. Bo Bragason from the Disney Plus series Renegade Nell will be playing Zelda, and Benjamin Evan Ainsworth from The Haunting of Bly Manor will be playing Link. The casting marks exciting progress for the film, which doesn't release until May 2027, but it's also disappointing for many fans who expected Hunter Schafer to get cast as Zelda, which was never confirmed. It was just pure fan casting speculation rumor that was going around on X. Nothing whatsoever to do with anything coming from the studio, nothing coming from Nintendo or anything like that, but people are bitching because they wanted Hunter Schafer as Zelda. A trans woman, a man, a biological man, as Zelda. That's pretty much it. Supposedly her agents, well, say his agents. He still has the plumbing on the inside, making him a man. But people were like, bitching on Twitter, like the Brianna Wu is upset. Her delicate sensibilities have been just affected because Hunter Schafer wasn't cast. Just, never mind that Nintendo never fucking at all indicated they were even looking at Hunter Schafer. Never mind that the studio never indicated they were all looking at Hunter Schafer. No. So yeah, that is it. That's it, basically. So basically, the not whole of social media, but the howler monkeys on social media have been ringing because I know. I'm saying like that Brianna Wu is like bitching up a storm, basically.
I'm glad Hunter Schafer wasn't announced as Zelda. It's literally like one photo that they kept posting. This is the perfect Zelda, No other pictures, just the one. And I like that. I like the cast. I like the people that they cast for those 2 roles. They're basically unknowns. I like that they went in that direction. I never really got into Zelda. I started playing my very first Zelda game like 4 weeks ago or something like that. I don't remember. But yeah, I started playing my first Zelda game. I wasn't really that into it. I like it. I'm not into it. But I can see why Nintendo wants to continue to make movies based on their IPs. So I hope it does good. I don't like that it's live action though. I would have preferred it to be animated, just like the Marvel movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like that it's
would have preferred like animated. I think it would have worked better as an animated film and not live action. Even though I've never really been into Nintendo. Nintendo's one of those companies where it's like, yeah, they don't put up with shit, but at the same time they do shady stuff. But yeah, like you can kind of trust Nintendo not to basically prostrate themselves before the altar of identity politics in their casting. Like they are going to make sure that they are casting the ones they believe would be best for whatever role it is of like their Nintendo characters. And thank you, Raider, so much for like specifically $51.38 super chat. Very much appreciated. So thank you so much, Raider. So I'm saying like, I would say, Nintendo, you can trust them not to prostrate themselves before the altar of identity politics, but they are at their core assholes. So, and Sony's even more so. But we'll see. I just like, had to talk about that because people, like, again, social media is ringing over that.
Here, I want to share this with you. The first reactions for Fantastic Four are here. They praise immaculate visual effects, pitch perfect script, one of the best things Marvel has ever made. Where have we heard that before? Following the first screenings for the debut of Phase 6, here's some quick reactions. Quite possibly the best Marvel studio film ever released. Absolutely loaded with talent and standout performances from Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn. Interesting. No Pedro Pascal. If you thought the MCU died with Endgame, because that's what a lot of people say, think again. Thoughtfully crafted and easily a genre-defying classic. Fantastic Four First Steps is visually one of the best things Marvel has ever made. Parts feel like Interstellar and demand IMAX. A lot of these people that give like their first reactions always say, go see it in IMAX because you pay more.
Yeah.
They always say that. Go see it in IMAX. Galactus is awesome. Silver Surfer looks really, really good. Visual effects are immaculate. Fantastic Four is a triumph. A pitch perfect script backed by great performances, particularly from Pedro Pascal. There's his little praise right there. Turns what could be a simple superhero movie into a sharp commentary on our society.
Exactly what I want to see in a superhero movie.
Palpable for those that many may not take it at face value.
I want to watch a superhero movie as a sharp commentary on our society.
Yes, on our society. I wonder what that will what that'll have to do with. But one review really stuck out with a lot of people, and it was this one. Fantastic Four is a masterpiece. The visual effects and the score are a huge standout. Galactus is huge in IMAX. It's emotional and gives you hope. It beats you off and doesn't stop. Stay until the end credits.
I hope there's a reach around.
It beats you off and doesn't stop. I put come for the movie, stay for the happy ending. It does Mr. Fantastic stretch his arm and does it through the screen. It'll do what? It beats you away from them. It beats you off and doesn't stop. They should use this in promotion. I love that this one person, this was the initial reply before this, gained a lot of traction and more people started replying. This was the first thing that was underneath this tweet was, is it woke? Like they didn't even comment on the it beats you off part. They were just, is it woke? This sounds very gay. Pause. It does what to you? Does he know? This was so funny. I was just like, this is the best. This is the best thing that I've read. It beats you off and doesn't stop. So hashtag the Faptastic 4 is coming soon. I even saw somebody talking about how they're going to be gooning to the Thing. So, yep. This is the type of audience that's going to watch this movie.
I mean, I'm going to watch it, but I'm going to watch the Jack Sparrow copy. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah.
Go see it in IMAX.
Gooning to the
Go
thing.
see it in IMAX. Bring some tissues, and have
lotion.
a good time.
Tissues and lotion, ladies and gentlemen, because you're
The
going to want
fantastic
that happy ending. It's going to keep beating you off, but you want that happy ending. For you, $5.
$5. Fantastic.
Fantastic. For you, $5. Happy ending.
Fantastic. Oh my gosh, that was so funny. When I read that, I was like, wait, what?
I stopped because I like, this commenter up here basically. I had to. Where is it? Where's that comment? Yeah, I had to process that wording.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. I really hope that this popcorn bucket is real. Please let it be real. Where is it? Angry Badger shared this with me the other day. He tagged me in it, and I was like, wait a second. That can't be real. I need to go and see these buckets because
This has a okay, it does have the trailer. Okay.
look at that junk in that trunk. I desperately want this to be real.
Okay. All right. I'm processing that daddy booty. But look at that painted on beard. They couldn't even match it to his hair.
No, it
couldn't
sucks.
even make it look like salt and pepper or anything like that. No, like look at that. Like looks like they took a black magic marker and just drew a beard onto it.
Like it's the popcorn bucket was already fucking weird because like when they promoted it, the angle looked like he was stretching something else in order to get it to wrap around the popcorn bucket. And then you see the other side of it, and it's just a big old booty. Like, what? No way.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe this. Like, there's no way.
Oh my god.
This person said dumps like a truck. That's so fun. I really want this to be real and not a manipulated photo. I don't want this to be because this is hilarious. They're like, we need to sell these popcorn buckets to women. What will get them to buy a Pedro Pascal popcorn bucket? A big old booty. A big old booty. A big old Pedro Pascal booty. When I went to the movie theater the other day, they still had popcorn buckets for Thunderbolts. The hammer from the Lord of the Rings one.
Oh, the Wars were here. Yeah.
Yes. At Snow White popcorn buckets. They're all on this like huge shelf. And another one too. I can't remember what the last one was. Oh, Mufasa. I think not Mufasa. Was it Mufasa? I don't know. But it was all like on a discounted shelf, and still nobody was buying them.
The only way I would buy the hammer one is if I could beat people with it. That's it. Like, I'm not like otherwise. No. Nosferatu had one. I remember Dune had one. Terrifier had one.
Nosferatu one, but I didn't get it. I wanted the Deadpool Wolverine one too, but I didn't get a chance to get that one either.
I think
if you have it and don't want it, can you send it to me in my PO box? I would really appreciate it.
They advertised one for the new I Know What You Did Last Summer. I think it's like a tackle box, basically.
Yeah. Oh, Alien had one. Yeah, Alien had the really cool light up one. I really wanted that one, but that one sold out before I could get that one too. That sucks.
I think there's a Demon Slayer one. That like they're going to
is there a Demon Slayer one?
Yeah, I think so. They have a Demon Slayer one that they're going to release. And that movie, like that comes out in September, doesn't it? Because you were asking about that, and I could swear that was September.
Yeah, so I asked about that because my niece was texting me saying like, "Hey, did the new Demon Slayer movie come out already?" And I was like, "No, it hasn't come out yet. It comes out in September."
Yeah, September.
Whatever. And she was like, she was seeing TikToks of the movie.
I think it was released in Japan. I think it was released.
Yeah, it's released over there, and she's like, I want to see it She was asking me to look at a pirate
It's not yet. It's
a website, and I was
the
like,
Jack Sparrow
I'll check
copy-
for you, but I don't think it's going to be there.
Yeah. No, it wouldn't come out until like actually close to the release for American audiences, and that's not going to be until like September timeframe.
Yeah.
Thank you, Achilles Jones. Hey Jade. Hey Steph. The daddy booty is traumatizing. I need salvation and deliverance. You don't want to praise the Lord and pass that dump truck.
I want it to be real, but I don't think it's real.
But let me see if I can find the Demon Slayer ones. Yeah, because I think I saw on X.
Truck. Are you gonna get the $80 Galactus popcorn bucket?
Fuck no.
Is this real? This is kind of cool. Fantastic Four popcorn won't beat these. Oh, these are mock-ups. Okay, never mind. It's not real. There was a cool one that had the Thing's hand holding a hat.
Okay, here it is. I had to catch up on Demon Slayer, but here's a video of someone showing off the Demon Slayer popcorn bucket real fast.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, like film and things like that. You can like move the popcorn bucket.
Is that at the movies or is that at a Universal park? Because sometimes like overseas they'll have some.
It looks like overseas.
Like
It's like I'm looking at the like people in the background. Looks like it's
that
overseas.
is really neat. I love.
I'm just gonna turn the music down because I don't want to kind of get hit with that. I love like like around like that. And you can carry it it looks actually really nice.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So that's one that I would get. If I were to get a popcorn bucket, and I generally do not go for them, I would get that. If it ever comes here.
I'm gonna change this shelf. I'm putting some popcorn buckets down there. Because they're cute.
So, but if it comes here, that's like one popcorn bucket that I would not mind getting. So, but it just looks cool, and I love Demon Slayer. I have to catch up on Demon Slayer, but I really love Demon Slayer. Like,
did you see? Where was it? Like the Smurfs made like $10 million or something like that. The new Smurfs movie. I didn't even know there was a new Smurfs movie coming out.
I didn't even know there was a new one coming out either. And no, I do not want the beaver popcorn bucket for Nick Gunn.
There's a beaver popcorn bucket?
Yeah, because it's an allusion to the original joke from the first Naked Gun movie where he says "nice beaver," and she hands him down a stuffed beaver. So they took that line and made a popcorn bucket for the new Naked Gun movie, and it's in the shape of a beaver.
I need to watch the first Naked Gun movie.
Yeah, you should. So it's pretty much from just that line from the first Naked Gun movie, and they made a popcorn bucket out of it. Anyway, real fast chat because it's like 10:42, so we've been going for a little over 2 hours. Mortal Kombat 2. I can hit the wrong thing. Here it is. So Steph has not seen the trailer.
Nope.
I have some issues with Mortal Kombat 2, but I figure we'll play it so she can see. Seriously, which movie are you looking forward to watch or excited about this year? The Demon Slayer movie, for one thing. I'm excited about that this year. I think Chainsaw Man movie is coming out in October. Nobody 2, which comes out next month. I'm excited for. So yeah, there's some movies that I am anticipating.
I have to look at a list of movies that are coming out. Hold on. Movie releases 2025.
They strike my channel all the fucking time, pretty much. So I'm like used to it. Test your might. I think
like my list of movies is very different. Let's see. I was looking forward to the new Mission Impossible movie, which I really liked. I was looking forward to The Accountant 2, which was fine. I prefer the first one. Now You See Me 3. I actually like those movies. So
I've never watched Now You See Me movies. So.
No. Yeah, I love the Now You See Me movies. So I'm looking forward to the third one. The third one's coming out. I'm looking forward to Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
That looks like it could be interesting.
Yeah.
The first one was, I think, mid, but The second one could be interesting.
I was looking forward to the Final Destination movie, which was fine.
Bloodlines, I
didn't mind it.
liked.
The Running Man, I'm looking forward to that. What else? I was looking forward to Mickey 17. It was meh. It was all right, I guess.
I'm not gonna. I'm not seeing Predator in theaters.
Yeah, and Wicked Part 2. So those were my like. I'm looking forward to seeing these. Oh, and the live action How to Train Your Dragon, which I absolutely loved.
Yeah, well, I didn't go into movies like I had seen that I had been looking forward to. I figured like as far as like movies that are upcoming, like that haven't been released. So basically, like I love Demon Slayer, Chainsaw Man, Nobody 2. I'd have to look at Flixer to see what other movies are coming out because pretty much the movies that I was kind of anticipating for this year have already been released. But here's the trailer. Like I said, WB strikes my channel no matter what I show. I'm not looking forward to Black Phone 2 because it should not have had a sequel.
Which one?
Black Phone 2.
I don't know what that is. Black Phone.
You've never seen Black Phone? With Ethan Hawke? You need to see Black Phone.
Okay. Black Phone?
Phone, yes. Like E.T.
Phone.
Phone Home. Phone.
Okay. Okay. Are you looking forward to Freakier Friday?
Fuck no.
What about Peaky Blinders movie?
I haven't watched the show, so I couldn't say I'm looking forward to the movie.
What about Kendrick Lamar and South Park creators comedy? I don't know what that is.
Oh, Weapons! I forgot about Weapons. I'm looking forward to Weapons. That looks good. That's coming out next month too. Thank you, Trey. Forgot about that. Weapons.
Oh, Zootopia 2. Listen.
That could be good. I like the first
Zootopia. A lot of people don't like Zootopia, but I was just like, this is fine. I think it's
enjoyed
cute.
it. I enjoyed it. I thought I wouldn't like it, but I actually enjoyed it.
I like Zootopia.
Yeah. So I don't think it needs a sequel necessarily, but it kind of looks like it could be good. I don't know. But anyway, here, chat. I'll play the trailer for Steph. So. Okay. Now, people who know me, like watch my streams, know my criticisms of this trailer. But I'm gonna play it. I really don't fucking care what Warner Brothers does. They strike my channel regardless of whatever I show. All right. I'll turn the volume down a little bit. So sorry, Steph, you might not be able to hear certain things. But here it is. All right.
Uno mas, thanks.
Make it
You're
big.
Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Yeah. So that's Johnny Cage.
Make it big.
Make it big. Okay. Oh, jeez, woman. That's Johnny Cage. All right.
Yeah. I know who Johnny Cage is. I played.
No, I'm saying, but Johnny Cage shouldn't be that old, but that's Johnny Cage.
Oh, I actually don't mind him.
I'm saying Carl Urban 20 years ago would have been a perfect Johnny Cage. But they had to age him up because of the actress they got to play Sonya Blade.
Oh, okay.
Because Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade are should be in their late 20s, kind of late 20s to early 30s character, and Liu Kang should actually be older than Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade, but he looks younger than them in these movies. But I'm not saying he'd been the only perfect casting necessarily, but 20 years ago, he would have been good casting. But he's too old for Johnny Cage now.
Appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s. Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight. Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you
So why need the mark if they can be chosen?
coming or what?
Now this actually looks like Mortal Kombat, at least in terms of the visuals.
Mm-hmm.
Where the hell am I?
It's
That's
called
Katana.
Mortal Kombat.
I would have rather hear Raiden say that than Sonya Blade. Or even Shang Tsung. Chat, I'll be looking at the YouTube side, but is Melina going to be in this movie? Because if Katana's in it, is Melina going to be in it?
It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
See, that's actual Mortal Kombat.
I love it.
This is a war for the fate of
Raiden needs to be a bit better.
your world. You dickheads in or what?
Kano, okay, there's Cole, and I heard this, do not take this as fact, but people who saw test screenings for this movie said that a character people did not like in the first movie dies like 20 minutes into this one. And people are speculating that it's Cole's character.
Oh.
But the theory is that he could come back as Noob Saibot. I'm not going to explain it to you because you do not know Mortal Kombat lore, but like that's an actual Mortal Kombat character. But that's a speculation that he like dies about 20 minutes in. So, and that's Jade. Jade.
Why is she bald?
Because the actress wanted to play her as bald, even though Jade has canonically always had hair. She looks like Aang from The Last Airbender, and like that's supposed to be Jade.
She looks like that character from the new Naughty Dog game.
Oh yeah, yeah, that game. But Jade
what is
has
that game called? Oh my god, what is that game called?
No, I know which one you're talking about. I got yeah, but she looks like they cast Jada Pinkett Smith to play Jade. G.I. Jade, pretty much.
That's her. That's the actress from the Naughty Dog game. Intergalactic Heretic Prophet. Intergalactic Heretic Prophet is the game.
Yeah,
that's
she wanted to play.
Actress.
She was cast as this character, a character that's canonically had hair, and she wanted to play it as a bald chick.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't like that. For some reason, that makes them feel like more empowered and powerful in order to play them bald.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up this. I'm gonna copy this name, and I'm gonna look it up after the trailer. But here, yeah, this is Jade.
I didn't know that was the same actress.
And that's what I was asking about Melina. Like Melina, I don't think she was in the first one, wasn't she? That was another character. So like it wasn't. I can't even remember the first movie, to be honest. But I don't think Melina was in the first movie. There's another character. She's in the first one. I can't even remember the first one. So much of an impression it made on me. But she should. Oh, yeah, that's right. Even though Melina's supposed to be a clone of Katana.
I'm champion. I don't have transformer arms.
Okay.
Or shoot lightning bolts. This just got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
That is Baraka.
Mm-hmm.
And do you remember the Melina character? She's supposed to have a mouth like that.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Okay, she has that virus or like
yeah.
And that mouth looks off. Like the design looks good, but the mouth looks off in terms of like when he's talking.
Well, let him talk.
Aren't you annoying?
Not the See, looks a little.
Oh,
Here, I'm gonna take it back a little bit. Looks a little off when he's talking.
I find you annoying. Not the face.
It looks fine. Holy shit! Let's go.
It's time.
There's one good part in this trailer that I'm like, yes, and I'll tell you where it is, chat.
To become the hero you were meant to be. All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime.
This part right here with Scorpion. It actually feels like Scorpion. This part right here.
Get over here!
Get over here!
That's Scorpion. That's like Scorpion yells at when he like pulls them. Get over here. Like, at least they did the voice fucking right this time. But watch what he does.
Oh my god.
Only the strong survive.
Fatality.
That's the reason whenever I would play the Mortal Kombat games, I mained a Scorpion. Literally mained a Scorpion.
Fatality. I love it. That looks good. I'll watch it.
This is it's more from
Finish it. Finish it. Oh, I just said finish it.
You don't have any powers? Just incredibly handsome.
All right, that's it pretty much. So
I like it. I'm adding it to my list of movies to go see in October.
October 24th, about a week before Halloween, this movie drops. And Shao Kahn is in it. So I'm interested. I'm like I said, I'm not gonna go with any expectations for this movie. Pretty much. I'm not gonna go with any expectations for this film. It does look like they're gonna actually show. I love Scorpion. Like Scorpion, it actually feels like Scorpion this time because Scorpion, I think, got the shaft in the first movie. So Bihan becomes Noob Saibot. So then the theory that Cole becomes Noob Saibot would. So like basically Cole probably just dies then. Yeah. So yeah, but there it is. I figured I'd show it to you, Steph, because that dropped. I'm going with no expectations. I'm not going to like look forward to it, but I will watch it.
Yeah, I think after the crappy Superman trailers and the crappy Jurassic World trailers and the crappy Fantastic Four trailers, I've just sort of stopped looking at trailers and I will go into a movie blind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like that's I think for the rest of the year, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go into movies blind. I don't know. What do you think? Because I've been finding movie trailers like so underwhelming. That was actually good. The Tron trailer was really good too. But a lot of the trailers are just like so underwhelming for me. So I don't know. I've been thinking about going in blind with stuff. That's why I haven't really been looking at things.
Mm-hmm. This dropped and like ended up on my feed. Just how I ended up watching it.
Like,
I figured we'd like
there was a new where's it at? There was a new here it is. A new teaser for Fantastic Four, and it's a scene with Johnny and the Silver Surfer.
Mm-hmm.
The female Silver Surfer that came out. I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna watch. Let's watch it now. Hold on. Let's watch it.
Line him up, Johnny!
She was right here, and Johnny thinks they had a moment.
Okay.
I get it. Johnny loves space. Johnny loves women.
What's the plan?
I'll get a charmer. Last question. So the surfboard, is that part of your body, or is that...
So she dumped you already? Marvel Studios, the fantastic.
Johnny's the ladies' man, gets rejected. Yeah, see, I don't like it. It's so underwhelming for me.
Yeah. Like nothing.
Compared to, I just watched, well, I didn't just watch it, but I had a rewatch of the Fantastic Four movie, like with, what's his name? Chris Evans,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And anytime he's hitting on somebody, like the girl just falls to her knees in love with him. You know, like I'm going on break, let's go. Or I'm leaving to go.
Like, but even if they fight him, basically, you could tell like deep down, like they're turned on.
Yeah, there's something there. They're digging him. He was a ladies' man, you know, and the girl smiled at him. They liked when he looked at them. And in this one, it's like, I think we had a moment. Look, I'm gonna go, and then she ends up like rejecting. Like, oh, funny, yeah. How many more women in this movie are going to reject Johnny? Because it sounds like it's something that happens. Like I like women, yeah. Like I fall in love all the time or something, you know. So I'm wondering is it going to be like Chris Evans, Johnny Storm, where he's where ladies really like him, they dig him, they smile when he smiles, or is it going to be like, I love the women, but they don't like me?
Oh God, no. Well, I am, like I said, I am going to watch it. I'm going to watch a Jack Sparrow copy. I'm not paying to see this, but we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, Chad, that is what I have and what we have to talk about for the pop culture news, basically. Like I said, like a good chunk of the stream was talking about the Superman movie, because there's no way that you could not talk about the box office drop and the spin that's been coming from Warner Brothers, James Gunn, and basically the coping Gunn bros that really want the movie to do well. And I'm like, if you like the movie, that's fine, but stop trying to spin the numbers, because the numbers don't lie. Pretty much the numbers don't lie. This movie's not going to break even. And it's losing to a movie where a Snickers wrapper basically causes all the shit, like everything, to go to hell. Pretty much. And the Mongoloid Rex. Pretty much. It's losing to that movie. Fantastic Four news. So if you're looking forward to that movie's coming out this Friday. And the Mortal Kombat movie and all that fun stuff. Pretty much. Anyway, so next week it'll be on Steph's channel. I forgot to tell you this before the stream started, Steph, but August 3rd will be another wrestling event, so you can do whatever.
Okay.
August 3rd, because they're doing SummerSlam
in a row.
Yeah, so they're doing SummerSlam like 2 nights in a row, so I will be watching that on August 3rd. But next week, and if she chooses to do a solo stream the following week, it'll be on her channel.
Maybe I'll have a guest to replace Mara.
So another lesbian.
Or just
anyway.
for the day. Just
Another
for the
lesbian.
Night. Or I'll just do a solo.
But anyway, Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff. And the 2001 list, that's not going to be until like the first Wednesday in August. So,
My Nerdy Home everywhere. That's where you can find me.
All right, there you go. And this week, chat, I will be doing gaming streams Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. I'm like basically working on getting through Silent Hill 2, the Silent Hill 2 remake. Trying to get out of the hospital, and eventually I will make my way out of the hospital. It's just feels like Death Stranding, Silent Hill edition at times. But anyway, I will eventually escape the hospital. Tuesday will be the reading stream. I'll be going back to reading a chapter from Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. The last chapter I read, we went into the battle that occurs at Helm's Deep. So we're moving on from there on Tuesday evening. And then no stream Friday and Saturday, because I will be dog sitting for my one brother. So I'll be basically leaving to go to his place Friday, early afternoon or thereabouts, and not getting home until Sunday, I guess afternoon time frame. So I will be available next Sunday for Talk Nerdy, but not the following Sunday. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. So yeah, no streams Friday or Saturday, because I will not be here. I will not, I will be gone at his place. So whatever games I play is going to be offline, pretty much through my Xbox. I'll be taking to his place. So that, ladies and gentlemen, have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. And I will see you all next time on my channels for Silent Hill 2 Remake, and then Sunday on her channel where she gets to pick the topics we talk about for Talk Nerdy. Take care and peace.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god, that was close. Mara. Oh no!
Oh my god, are you okay?
Mara, what channel is the stream on?
Mine!
You rampant slag.